So you want to be a Roman gladiator. Good luck surviving. You're 14 years old. Your biggest worry should be acne. Or maybe if your toga looks weird. But nope, your mom just sold you to a gladiator trainer for the bargain price of one goat and a jug of cheap wine. Congratulations, champ. You're now officially Rome's newest piece of disposable entertainment. The recruiter checks your teeth like you're a horse at auction. He thumps your chest, squints at your biceps, then shrugs. Might last 2 fights. Awesome. Your career path is literally meat shield. Gladiator school. Murder college. Your new home? A ludus, aka Gladiator school. Don't picture Hogwarts. Picture a prison mixed with CrossFit. Minus the fun, and plus a lot more stabbing. Breakfast? Stale bread so hard you could use it as a weapon. Lunch? Beans and anxiety. Dinner? Whatever slop the cook dropped in the dirt and didn't want to eat himself. And sleep? Forget it. The guy in the bunk above you snores like a dying ox and sharpens his sword at 3 a.m. You wake up wondering if tonight's the night he finally accidentally stabs you in your sleep. Training? Brutal. Day 1, your instructor, a retired gladiator with more scars than skin, throws you a wooden sword and yells, "Fight!" You ask, "Fight who?" He points. A dude twice your size is already sprinting at you with the energy of someone who really hates your face. You block with your wooden shield. It shatters. You're on the ground wheezing. The instructor laughs and says, "Perfect, you lasted 3 seconds. Record of the day. First fight, welcome to the meat grinder." Fast forward a few months of bruises, broken ribs, and eating depression beans, and it's showtime. You're shoved into the Colosseum, the stadium of death, where 50,000 Romans are screaming like they just pre-gamed with Red Bull in spite. Across the arena stands your opponent, a mountain of muscle holding a trident. You've got a shield that looks like it came from IKEA. 2 seconds in, it breaks. The guy charges. You panic, you trip, and in a pure Looney Tunes moment, you stab him in the leg completely by accident. The crowd goes nuts. They chant your name. Well, not your name. You don't get a name. They shout something like, "Lucky idiot, lucky idiot." And just like that, you've got a reputation. Not as a skilled warrior, oh no, as the dude who somehow doesn't die no matter how bad he screws up. Gladiator fame, the world's first influencer.
Really, nigga?
Weeks turn into months. Somehow you survive. The crowd loves you. Old ladies are betting bread loaves on your fights. Kids are play fighting in the street, pretending to be you. You're basically an influencer, except instead of brand deals, you get stab wounds. Rome thrives on blood sport. Gladiators are like TikTok stars, disposable, entertaining, and constantly fighting for relevance. Except here, irrelevant means dead. By now, you fought. A guy with a net who caught you but tripped over his own net like a clown. A guy with a sword twice your size who pulled a muscle mid-swing. And one time, a lion. Yeah, a lion. You think, thoughtful. Cool, I can barely handle cats. Now I've got to fight Mufasa on steroids. The lion charges. You freeze. But then it sneezes in your face and walks away. The crowd goes ballistic. They think it's divine fate. You think it's allergies. Gladiator life. It sucks. Here's the thing no one talks about. Gladiators weren't just fighters. They were also slaves, property, walking meat bags. Your daily life is train until you puke, fight until you almost die, repeat. The lucky ones get sponsors, rich Romans who buy them fancy armor. But sponsors are like brand managers from hell. If you lose, you embarrass them, and they drop you faster than a crypto scam. You dream of freedom, but freedom's rare. You have to survive years of combat. If you do, maybe, they hand you a wooden sword called a rudis, symbol of retirement. Basically, annoyed. Congrats, you're unemployed, traumatized, and broke. Good luck. The Emperor, your real boss. Don't forget, everything in the arena depends on the Emperor's mood. You win a fight, the crowd cheers. But the Emperor, he's squinting at his grapes, debating whether he likes your face. If he gives a thumbs up, you live. Thumbs down, you're toast. And by the way, historians argue about which thumb meant what, so half the time, you're not even sure. He could be itching his nose and boom, you're dead. The worst part? The Emperor might make you fight to celebrate his birthday. Imagine dying because some guy turned 40. Survival hacks, Roman edition. By now you've learned a few tricks. Fake it till you make it. Pretend to be dramatic. Romans love drama. Even if you're just tired, collapse like you're in a soap opera. Play the crowd, wink, gesture, scream like a rock star. The crowd can save your life if they scream loud enough. Never trust the guy with the net. He'll mess it up, but he'll definitely take you down with him. Love, fans, and weird perks. Being a gladiator sucks, but it has perks. Women throw themselves at you. Literally, sometimes into the arena. You're a celebrity. You might even get your own groupies, called gladiator groupies. Yes, real thing. Problem, you also smell like sweat, blood, and cheap beans.
Really,
but
nigga?
somehow, that's hot in ancient Rome. Don't question it. Some gladiators get offered freedom if a rich widow falls in love with them. Others get poisoned by jealous husbands. Basically, it's ancient reality TV, except the drama always ends with murder. The big match, win or die. One day, you're summoned for the biggest fight of your career, a packed Colosseum, the emperors in attendance, the crowds chanting your name, or at least lucky idiot. Your opponent, a champion gladiator, guys undefeated, built like a statue. He flexes and 3 women faint. You're shaking like a leaf, but hey, you survived this long by pure dumb luck. The fight starts. He swings, you duck. He trips on a dropped helmet. Face plants. You stab him. Silence. Then the crowd erupts like a volcano. They love you. The emperor stands, smiling. He raises his thumb. You live. You're officially a legend. But here's the dark side. Not all stories end like yours. Most gladiators died nameless, chewed up by the system. Rome fed on their blood like it was Netflix. Entertainment at the cost of thousands of lives. You survived. Maybe you win freedom. Maybe you limp out of the arena with more scars than skin. Maybe you retire and spend the rest of your life telling drunk bar stories about how you once sneezed on a lion. But make no mistake, being a gladiator wasn't glorious, it was survival. A brutal circus where your pain was someone else's popcorn. So next time you complain your job sucks, just remember, at least you're not fighting lions with a butter knife for minimum wage and moldy bread. Because in Rome, the only performance review that mattered was whether the emperor felt like killing you that day.